Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Undergraduate Pilot Training Graduation Ceremony for Class 2607. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Scott Meskimen, Commander of the 33rd Flying Training Squadron, training students in the mighty T-6 Texan.
And I'm Lieutenant Colonel Julie Rainwaters, Commander, 71st Student Squadron.
Today's ceremony is a once-in-a-lifetime event. We encourage you to come forward and take videos or pictures of your loved one when presented with an award or their wings. For your planning purposes, the wings are presented by rank in an alphabetical order.
Please stand for the entrance of the official party and remain standing for the national anthem of the United States, followed by the invocation given by Chaplain Kenneth Johnson.
I invite you to pray with me. As I pray in my faith tradition, I encourage you to pray in yours. Dear God, we are so thankful for this day, a dream fulfilled. For we know that this dream that finally comes true came from the price of a journey, the joys and pains of academic life that began long ago at the academy, ROTC, or surviving the crash course at Officer Training School, the joys and pains of the relationships that were held in the balance, the anxieties of potential failed check rides and the long hours, the late nights, and our brilliant instructors who have been the torchbearers in the development of our student pilots. Lord, through it all, you have been an anchor. You have provided inspiration and hope, and you have given meaning to their lives. So, Lord, may the dreams of these graduates go further than this moment as our nation will call upon them to soar into unfriendly skies to face the evils before them. May they go with the grit and the warrior ethos we sing so proudly in our Air Force song and shout in our Airman's Creed. May they never forget the faith they cling to in the face of adversity. Grant them a resilient joy in all circumstances, and may these great Americans and their families be shielded by your protection. Last but not least, we pray for our nation. We pray for our leaders, and we pray for peace and justice in around the world. Lord God, hear our prayers. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Today, 19 officers will receive their wings. On behalf of Colonel Joshua Lundeby, Commander, 71st Flying Training Wing, I'd like to welcome the family and friends of Class 2607, as well as several members of Team Vance, including squadron commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, spouses, and our ASRC and Amentum contractors.
We are honored to have the following guests from our civil and wing leadership here to support the graduates. The Mayor, City of Enid, the Honorable David Mason. Airman of the Month, 71st Operations Support Squadron, Airman First Class Isaac Garza. The Commander, 71st Operations Group, Colonel Eric Bissonette. Representing the Senior Enlisted Leader, 71st Operations Group, Master Sergeant Adam Hart. The Commander, 71st Mission Support Group, Colonel Benjamin Jans and his wife Nancy. The Senior Enlisted Leader, 71st Mission Support Group, Chief Master Sergeant Adam Barakloff. The Commander, Vance Medical Group, Colonel John DeLomba. Representing the Senior Enlisted Leader, Vance Medical Group, Master Sergeant Michael McCabe. We are also honored to have the following distinguished visitors as special guests of Class 2607. Please stand or wave your hand to be recognized. On behalf of Second Lieutenant Carter Yeskovic, Mr. Robert Yeskovic, Associate Manager, Exploration Ground Systems, NASA, and his wife, Robin.
We would also like to give a warm welcome to our guest speaker, Colonel Carl Miller III, Deputy Commander, 71st Flying Training Wing. And the Commander, 71st Flying Training Wing, Colonel Joshua Lundaby and his wife, Steph. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Lundaby.
All right, good morning. Welcome to Vance Air Force Base, here for graduation. Today is an incredible day in the lives of our aviators, our newest aviators, graduating from Undergraduate Pilot Training 2607. Super proud of you guys. This is a big day. So thanks again to everybody who's coming out here. I want to say a couple other thank yous. Mayor Mason, thank you. You guys don't get to see all the graduation ceremonies. He is here at every single one of them. We could not do what we do without the City of Enid, so thank you so much for all the support. To all the members of Team Vance that are here with us today, good morning and thank you all. This day would not be possible without you and your airmen. These new pilots could not have made it here without the commitment to excellence displayed by every member of Team Vance across every career field. Therefore, I'd like to recognize again our Airman of the Month, Airman Garza, representing many of our airmen across the wing. Can we give him one more round of applause, please? All right. A big welcome to all our service members and veterans that are here with us today. Thank you for your service and setting the example for all of those that are in the front rows. To all the family members and friends of Class 2607, welcome again to today's ceremony. You provided these graduates with the principles, the moral compass, and the work ethic that helped them make it through a very demanding program. Thank you for everything you've done to get them to this point and being here to share this great day with all of us. Please, a round of applause for all of our attendees. All right, so if you didn't know, Vance Air Force Base is one of 4 undergraduate pilot training bases, the best of those 4, might I add. Our mission here is to deliver highly qualified aviators for follow-on training in a number of aircraft for the United States and our partner nations. To date, Vance Air Force Base has delivered over 40,000 world-class pilots, and that dates back to 1941. We've had a number of notable graduates from Vance Air Force Base, 2 Medal of Honor recipients, a World War II P-51 ace, 7 astronauts, over 200 general officers, the 15th Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Rich Myers, and 2 notable first assignment instructor pilots, as we like to call them, FAPEs, General Ron Fogelman, who became the Air Force Chief of Staff, and Colonel Eileen Collins, who became a Space Shuttle Commander. Class 2607, make no mistake, you guys are walking on hollow ground. You guys have walked the same hallways as all of these graduates. You've flown in the same aircraft with that VN on the tail flash, and I know you guys are going to make all of them as proud as I am of you guys. So congrats again. In the seats next to you are your fellow airmen and friends that I would say you now have a very special bond with. You've worked hard, and hopefully you've had some fun along the way. And in the end, you've made it here to graduate and become pilots in our United States Air Force. You've experienced the wonder of flight and now know what it means to master something extremely difficult. Most importantly, you understand the support system it takes to get you in the air goes well beyond just yourselves. It takes an entire team. We're here to celebrate all of you in the front rows, but it does take a total team. So I wanted to call out a few folks. And before I do that, in order for this to occur, it takes just over 2,900 joint airmen across the base. That includes our airmen, our government civilians, and our contract partners. Whether supporting, generating, or flying the actual mission, each member of this team played a vital role in the graduation of this class today. And again, the three groups that I'd like to call out starts with our instructor pilots. They are the least represented group here today, but these men and women have molded the graduates into who they are here today, into the professional aviators that they are, and they really do deserve a special thanks. They are the least represented. They're the fewest in the crowd today, and that's because they don't get a break. They go right from this class graduating, and they're already flying with the next class, molding the next aviators for our United States Air Force. So we owe a big debt of gratitude for all the work that they've done in the flight room and out on the flight room. Please, if you join me in a round of applause for our instructor pilots. The second group I'd like to call out is all of our maintainers. If you didn't know, pilots were pretty darn good at breaking airplanes. And it takes a special team to get those all back into the air. We've got an incredible team of government civilians, contractors that are critical to the mission, and we couldn't do it without them. So I want to give a big thank you to our MAQ team, the Amentum teams for ensuring our fleet of nearly 200 aircraft are ready to go every single day. Can we give them a round of applause, please? All right, the third group I'd like to call out is all of our support and medical personnel at Vance. Defenders, services, MPF, finance, dental, flight medicine, the list goes on. The wings that you are about to receive would not be possible without their support and dedication to the mission. Again, each one of them is extremely proud of you where you are today. So please, let's give a round of applause to all of our support personnel. So on behalf of all of Team Vance, I want to say congratulations and welcome to the family of military aviators. It is now my privilege to introduce our guest speaker here today, our very own Colonel Carl Miller. He is our, as you heard earlier, our deputy commander, and super excited for him to be able to speak to this class. He hails from Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He attended the University of Florida. He's a prior Gator, commissioning in 2001. Prior to becoming the DCOM out here, he was the Chief of Aircrew Training and Management out at Headquarters Air Force. That has been a game changer, I think, for the position of DCOM, and the person who will eventually take his spot is coming from the same position. So we've got a path to Vance from that position. He's a command pilot with over 4,100 flight hours. That includes the AC-208, the C-208, the T-6, and the C-17. A lot of deployed experience. While he was serving as the commander of the 538th Air Expeditionary Advisory Squadron, he led the combat advisory mission for over 20 joint and combined air advisors. That included a fleet of over 69 aircraft. He led the program execution and fielding of 10 AC-208s that provided the first organic intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, and low-yield precision strike capability for the Afghan Air Force. He and I are very excited. I'm excited to hear his story. I know he's excited to share some stories, wisdom, as each one of you begin your careers. Hopefully you have the chance to fly with him as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our very own Deputy Commander, Colonel Carl Miller.
All right. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? You ready? I tell you what, you all are the super lucky recipients of what I consider spring happening in Enid, Oklahoma. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. The mayor has ordered the grass to start greening up around here, and everything is looking fantastic. So we could not ask for a better day as we come together to celebrate Class 2607. We had a bit of a last-minute change in the guest speaker. They couldn't make it, and so anybody who knows me knows that anytime there's a hole to fill with the guest speaker, I love to do this, so I jumped in, and I am just tremendously honored to be able to talk to each of you today as we celebrate this incredible milestone in the lives of these young men and women. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. This is seriously the privilege of my career to be able to address you and spend some time with you all this morning. First, I'm going to go ahead and echo those before me and recognize some special folks that we have in the audience today. Chaplain Johnson, sir, thank you as always for grounding. I think you said a dream recognized by a journey undertaken, and that holds true, and thank you so much for everything you always do for us. Goose Doc, thank you so much for emceeing today. Thanks for your amazing leadership and your friendship for all these years. Colonel Lundeby, Chief Bearclaw, Mrs. Lundeby, thank you for hosting us today, and thanks for all the support and friendship throughout your time here. To my wingmen, my fellow 06s, my chiefs, all the commanders here, thanks so much for your steadfast leadership and your partnership over these last year and 9 months that I've had the pleasure and honor of serving with you. Mr. Yaskovic, sir, thank you for being here and honoring us with your presence. I think you're the first NASA leadership we've had here in as long as I can remember, so that's so awesome to have you here, and thank you for what you do for our nation and for joining us here today. Mayor Mason, sir, thanks always to you, the City of Enid, for your incredible steadfast support. We couldn't do any of this without you, and I love your tie, by the way. I'm going to have to ask you afterwards where you got that. It's a good one. To all the instructor pilots, maintainers, controllers, aircrew flight equipment defenders, our force support, our medical providers, dental, active duty guards, civilians, contractors, you all are the ones, as Colonel Lundeby said, that make this happen, and the culmination of them getting their wings today would not be possible without them. And then finally, went through my list, thanks for bearing with me, but to the real DVs, the people that I am actually looking at the back of the room here, to the moms, the dads, the grandmothers, the grandparents, the aunts, uncles, spouses, children, fiancés, the almost fiancés, boyfriends, girlfriends, best friends, thank you. Seriously, this is what this is all about. This event today would not be possible, and having you share this moment in their lives, it's so special. So I'm speaking to you today as much as I am to them. So thank you all so much for being here. 2607, just saying that number, it makes me feel quite old. Believe it or not, I was class 0214, the Punishers, right here at Vance Air Force Base. I walked across the same stage. I was in the same flight room as you, and I even brought my class patch and my name tag with me from way back when. If you happen to go to Scooters this weekend, look in the back above the pool table, and you'll see my class patch still hanging on the wall there. But as I thought about this day in my life 23 and a half years ago, I had a realization. And that realization was that I have absolutely no idea who my graduation speaker was. I could not tell you for the life of me. And to be honest with you, I don't know that anybody who graduates pilot training ever remembers who their graduation speaker is. And so I'm going to take a cue from history and do the right thing, and I'm going to adjust my marks accordingly because you're not going to remember me. And so I want to get on to the main part of the show, which is you walking up here and getting your wings in front of your families. So in lieu of me going through a bunch of long-winded war stories and many significant historical quotes, which I could surely provide you, I'm simply going to give all of you an assignment today, okay? I'm going to ask you to do 3 things, just 3 things that you promise me that you will work on to accomplish this afternoon, tonight, and over the weekend. And this assignment doesn't just apply to them. It applies to all of you that are in the audience today. So I promise you that I'm going to keep this short, but you got to do the homework, and you got to follow through on those 3 things. Can we promise that? Can you guys make me that promise? Okay, now there's going to be a quiz at the end, so you got to pay attention to me. Number 1, the first thing I want you to do is promise me that you will all do your very best to make this moment one to remember for a lifetime for both you and your family and friends that are here. If you're anything like Colonel Lundeby and I, and probably most of the instructor pilots in this room, you're about to realize a dream that you have had since childhood. I was in 4th grade when I decided that I wanted to be a pilot in the Air Force. Most of you, I realize, have probably been working your entire lives to get to this moment right here. And you've probably been the best at almost everything that you've tried to do or accomplished. Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, siblings, you all literally created and built these amazing human beings that are about to walk across the stage in front of us. Their success in this accomplishment is only possible because of each one of you. The people that I bring with me to when I do these on the front of my binder, that's the reason I'm here today. And these pictures are taken right in front of this building all that time ago. I wanted to make sure that they were here with me today, and I show you that as a reminder of my ask that you cherish this moment, because it will last a lifetime. None of us here at all in this room are permanent, but these memories that you make here, they'll last. So promise me you'll make this one to remember. Take lots of pictures, create memories, have a blast, enjoy this. Celebrate each other, celebrate the time you have together and this amazing milestone, because it truly does matter. This is a big deal. Number 2, I need you to express your gratitude. As I said, 2607, none of you would be here without the love and support of the people sitting behind you. And I want you to promise me that you're going to let each one of them know how much they mean to you and how thankful you are for them. You are about to embark on the adventure of a lifetime, but you can't do this alone. This is a team sport. It's not a single person sport. So please tell me and promise me that you'll let them know how much you mean to that each one of these people mean to you. Your ability to fly, fight, and win will continue to rely on their support. Number 3, continue to build relationships. You've gone through hell with each other. You have been through one of the hardest training programs in the world. So please do not let go of these relationships that you have built throughout pilot training. These new friends and colleagues that you sit to will be part of the foundation of your Air Force career and a network that will last you a lifetime. One of my very best friends in the world is somebody that I sat in these front couple of rows with all those years ago. Mark my words, your journey together is just beginning. And then also, I need you to promise me that you won't forget about your instructor pilots. I don't know if you've realized this or not or figured this out, but your instructor pilots, I can't begin to tell you how much they care about you as aviators, as airmen, and as human beings, genuinely. And the reason is because we see ourselves in you, because we are you. All of us were you once upon a time. So please continue to forge those relationships with them. We're all in this together now. One of my great joys in my career has been watching my former students grow and flourish in the Air Force and in life. In fact, the other T6 squadron commander was my very first student in pilot training many years ago. So a fair warning to all of you, that you young instructors, the IPs that are here in the room, if you don't realize this, someday one of these former students is going to end up being your instructor or evaluator in the real Air Force, because once you walk across the stage and go into the wild blue yonder, everything changes. So again, I encourage all of you to continue to build on these relationships. So that's really it. Those are the 3 things that I need you to do. Make memories, express gratitude, and sustain relationships. Class 2607, the Air Force, your nation, your friends, your family, we need you to be the best, and we need you to be ready to do hard things. Normally at this point in my graduation speech, I would kind of talk about how it's normal when you graduate from pilot training to think, my calling and my time to go do hard things for our nation, it probably won't come. That's for somebody else. But I would say, based on the events that we see unfolding in the world today, I don't need to convince anybody of that necessity. It's pretty apparent what you are going to be called to do. I never could have imagined 23 and a half years ago where this journey would take me and the things that I would be called upon to do. And without a doubt, all of the graduates that have walked across the stage before you probably could not have imagined where their journey would take them either. Lieutenant Colonel Leon Vance, he is who our base is named for. He never could have imagined in 1940, when he graduated pilot training, that he would be called upon one day to ditch a bomber over the English Channel on one engine, solo, with a nearly amputated foot stuck in the flight control of his airplane. He landed that airplane in the water so that he could save the lives of his crew members, and somehow he miraculously survived, a mission that would earn him the Congressional Medal of Honor. Our national hero, right here in Enid, Oklahoma, Lieutenant Colonel Shortfinger, he never could have imagined in September of 1968, when he graduated from here at Vance, that he would be shot down over North Vietnam just 3 years and 5 months later, and that he would spend 405 days in the Hanoi Hilton. The mobility pilots who walked across this very stage once upon a time and then went on to execute the largest non-combatant evacuation in human history out of Kabul in August of 2001. They never could have imagined what they would be called to do someday. The fighter, bomber, tanker, mobility, C2ISR, and special operations pilots who are currently prosecuting the largest air power campaign in modern history, known as Operation Epic Fury. I do not think that they envisioned what they would be doing when they graduated from here at Vance Air Force Base. Now more than ever, our nation requires airmen at every level and in every duty who are willing to do hard things for our nation. But the good news, 2607, is that you are ready. And we're going to make you even more ready as you continue on with your training. Today, as you walk across this stage, I promise you from the bottom of my heart that you are better prepared for this than I was when I graduated from here. We have better prepared you, and we're going to make you even better and better. You will rise to the challenges to come, and you will be successful, just like those who have come before you. Now that last part, I realize you're probably not going to remember any of those words, but we go back to the promise that you made. I gave you 3 tasks. Does everybody remember what they are? Make this one to remember, express gratitude, and build relationships. Those are the 3 things I need you to walk away and remember. 2607, in just a moment, you're going to receive your wings, and you will now and forever hold the title of Air Force Pilot. Welcome. Welcome to the club. We're truly honored and excited for you to be a part of it. You're always going to be a part of this family. You're always going to be a part of the Air Force family. And you're also always going to be a part of the legacy of Vance Air Force Base and our incredible Enid community. Everybody here, thank you. Thank you all so much for allowing me to play a small role in this incredibly special days in your lives. We're so grateful. We're so proud of you. May God continue to bless each one of you. May God continue to bless our nation. And 2607, may you always be Vance proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Miller. Major Matthew Souter from Class 2607 would like to present you with a small token of appreciation for being part of this special occasion.
We will now recognize individuals who excelled in one or more phases of training. The new pilots competed for academic, leadership, and flying training awards, as well as the top wingman, distinguished graduate, and the coveted AATC Commander's Trophy. Each phase of training was carefully weighed, and only a slight margin separated the top performers. Family and friends, please come down and take photos as your graduate receives their awards. Please be mindful of the Public Affairs Officer. Sarah will be taking official photos during this time. Colonel DeLomba will present the Academic Excellent Award to the pilot whose overall academic test averages exceeded those of their peers. The recipient of the academic award is Second Lieutenant Carter E. Jeskovic.
Colonel Jans will present the Leadership Award. The Leadership Award is presented to the officer who demonstrated outstanding leadership qualities and potential throughout this most rigorous and demanding military training program. The recipient of the Leadership Award is Major Matthew K. Souter.
Colonel Bissonette will present the Flying Training Award. The Flying Training Award is presented to the pilot whose daily flying performance and check ride scores exceeded those of their peers. The recipient of the Flying Training Award is Second Lieutenant Carter E. Yeskovic.
Colonel Lundaby will present the Top Wingman Award. Selected by their peers, the Top Wingman Award is presented to the graduate who epitomized the support and teamwork critical to being a great wingman. The recipient of the Top Wingman Award is Captain Nathaniel J. Donley.
Colonel Lundaby will present the distinguished graduates. To be selected for this honor, a student must maintain an exceptionally high average in all phases of training and finish in the top 10% of the class. The first distinguished graduate is Major Matthew K. Souter. The second distinguished graduate is Second Lieutenant Carter E. Yesovic.
Well done. Finally, the most prestigious trophy that Air Education and Training Command presents to a pilot training graduate is the AETC Commander's Trophy. This pilot excelled in both flying and academics and demonstrated the initiative and leadership qualities essential to the professional Air Force officer. Additionally, they personify the tenets of the Order of the Dedalians, a group dedicated to military aviation, personal integrity, and patriotism. Colonel Miller will present this special award reserved for the officer who attained the highest overall rating throughout their program. The winner of the AETC Commander's Trophy is Major Matthew K. Souter. At this time,
Colonel Lundaby would like to recognize the instructor pilots of the 33rd Flying Training Squadron, selected by Class 2607, who most embodied the Air Force core values during T6 training and provided exceptional mentorship and instruction. Colonel Lundaby will present the recipients with a plaque in recognition of their hard work. Receiving the award from pre-flight, First Lieutenant Nicholas Thornton. Receiving the award from Q-Flight, Captain Hayden Thole. This concludes the awards portion of the ceremony. And now, the time that we've all been waiting for. Colonel Lundaby will formally present the diplomas and pilot wings to our graduates. As they exit the stage, they will receive a commemorative coin with their unique graduation number from the 71st Student Squadron Flight Commander, Captain Michael Bonneau. The new pilots, families, and friends are invited to pin on the Air Force wings following the graduation ceremony.
Having completed the required course of training, the following officers from Class 2607 are awarded the Aeronautical Rating of Air Force Pilot. Major Matthew K. Souter. Good.
Captain Nathaniel J. Donnelly.
Captain Yunbom Lee.
Captain Jeffrey D. Stewart.
First Lieutenant Caden W. Wilson.
Second Lieutenant Dylan C. Abraham.
Second Lieutenant Daniel M. Bowen.
Second Lieutenant Anaya F. Christensen.
Second Lieutenant Benjamin M. Koopmans.
Second Lieutenant Houston C. Gardner.
Second Lieutenant Drew A. Hutchison.
Second Lieutenant Garrett S. Jones.
Second Lieutenant Berkeley A. Kelly.
Second Lieutenant Carlos F. Lemus.
Second Lieutenant Elise N. McCullough.
Second Lieutenant Sophia G. Massiat.
Second Lieutenant Brett S. Schunzel.
Second Lieutenant Jacob T. Wysocki.
Second Lieutenant Carter E. Yeskovic.
To complete today's ceremony, Colonel Lundaby will present Class 2607.